Hi, everybody. Welcome to my podcast, Becoming Your Own VIP, Mind, Body, and Soul. I'm your podcast host, Rebecca McCants, and I welcome you to today's episode, which is Love versus Fear. Love is a currency. So what I found on my journey about love actually is deeper than I thought it was. Again, this depends on other people's awareness, but my personal awareness, I don't know. I think I judged emotions as love, but love actually is so much deeper. It's a spiritual love. It's a all-encompassing love, but there was, for me, conditional love, where if something happened that person didn't like, that love was based on a condition that you were to keep me happy in some way, or you are to know not to do this. And because you did this, because you did that, I now pull away my love. Or I did this for you. How many times have I done this for you? And now you do that. So now I'm pulling this away. It was conditional. And it was based on a lot of conditions. And so that means you are learned to condition yourself, losing pieces of yourself in order to please another person. So that's what I knew about love, was a conditional love. And when you're so worried about another person, you lose your power. And you actually develop some form of codependency. So love, what I found, is unconditional. Now, it doesn't mean I'm going to love you unconditionally if you're abusive and, on any level, mentally, emotionally, or physically. No, that's taking it to another level. But unconditional love is understanding that I'm my own person. And I'm not going to know what you're thinking or feeling or expecting of me. I am my own individual person with my own individual uniqueness about me. Whether we even came in the same household and were raised together, I'm my unique entity. My own emotions, my own beliefs, my own thoughts, and how I receive love. For instance, the 5 languages of love. There's certain ways that people express love and receive love. Not everyone is on that same exact wavelength of love. They communicate differently. They listen and transmit what's being said differently within themselves based off of what that means to them. Some people are more sensitive than another. Some people have had different backgrounds, cultures. There's a different way that love can be expressed. So with unconditional love, you're loving that person for all they are and accepting them for all they are. And the other thing is about love is, with this journey, is self-love. Because how often do you really love and know yourself? What is your love language? How do you communicate love? Why do you love yourself? What is it that you love about yourself? And even deeper, what do you love about the people you're with? So again, I used to build my basis of love based off of an emotion and what a person can do to make me feel good. And when that love didn't feel so good, then it felt as if maybe they didn't love me, or maybe I did something wrong. So I don't know if this is ringing true to anybody, but love was very complicated for me. And I was so worried about another person loving me, I did not love myself. And there's something I wrote a while ago that about this, because, well, let me read this to you guys first. I said, love is currency. It's not love that is hard. It is finding our way back to love, to be love. We express love based on the level of maturity that we are at mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. To love ourselves first so that we love others. That is basically to love all of you where you are now and take strides to improve yourself out of love, to expand and have patience and forgiveness of yourself, to love through the challenges so that you can be patient and forgiving with the ones you love as well as your community. So basically, again, depending on where you're at, maturity level wise with your understanding of love, if you were taught unconditional love or if you were taught conditional love, and with how you choose to love others and place them above you, what I learned is really we're all equal. We are each other's partners to get through this journey of life together. You're no more important to me than I am to you. We are equals. Now, you have maybe more experience in this area. You may have carry yourself in a way that maybe I don't. And that doesn't make you higher than me. This is unconditional love. There's something about me that drew you to me, and you love me. So love me for me. But yet we get so caught up on changing ourselves for another. Now, I'll explain that when you're attracted to somebody, there truly is actually a yin and yang to why you're attracted to somebody. On a deeper spiritual level, if they hold themselves charismatically, very social and outgoing where maybe you're not, and that attracts you to them, that's because there's a power within you that holds those same characteristics that you haven't pulled out of yourself yet because of some insecurity or confidence that you have not yet stepped into. So that person is mirroring to you what you actually are, but yet have not embodied. And then the yang aspect to them is those aspects that you don't like, those things that tighten you up and create resistance within you. Those are actually things within you that are needing to be reviewed and healed. So we actually truly have a deeper purpose as to why we are partners in this journey, whether it's your family, your friends, your partners. Okay. So for love, for me, I was transforming myself in order to be loved and liked throughout my childhood, for pleasing my parents, to pleasing my friends, trying to fit in, up into my relationships. And that takes pieces away of who you really are, and you lose yourself. And at some point in time when we're feeling lost, it's because we built ourselves up to be what others wanted. And when we're finally ready to make a life and stand up for ourselves, when our soul is screaming out, I'm done with listening to and being what people want me to be. You know, when we get so angry when someone's controlling us, that's because that's not who we are. But yet we lost who we are when we kept giving pieces of ourselves away. So what I learned is everything we do in life has a choice. And it's a really simple choice. You want to know what it is? You choose it out of love or fear. And with love, it's constructive. With fear, it is destructive. Love can be progress. Fear can be regression. It's how you choose which will decide how your life will go. If you're choosing to do something truly out of love, that's where love is currency. And, you know, love is rich. Fear is debt. To love who you are And to choose things in love, you are producing and creating. Now, if you're changing yourself or you're just settling for something because you fear you're going to lose it, well, fear, you're sabotaging, you're tearing things down, because guess what? Eventually you're going to become unhappy, and there's going to be fearful choices that you're going to make that will lose respect within your relationship, which you will not feel good. You'll deplete your energy. You'll feel some type of way. Addictions may start occurring, things of that nature, because you're taking pieces away from yourself. So I always say, be fruitful now. Be fruitful so that with your words and your thoughts and your actions through love. And every time you're making a choice to pick up something to eat or drink, we literally have a choice to choose the loving choice or the fearful choice. Usually if we're picking the fearful choice, let's stick with food, a donut versus an apple, something simple. There is patterns of what we were developed to learn was really good and satisfying, quick, easy, and just sometimes the quick thing is not the best. So we eat that donut. That's our primary thing. We like the fast food, preservative base, all that. That's hurting us. That is something that's toxic going into our body. So that's a toxic relationship we have for food and drinks and drugs and alcohol versus love. When you're choosing foods that actually nourish you, that are actually sustaining you and giving you your nutrition and your the nutrients that you need for your body, which is raw foods, apples, oranges, nuts, berries, beans, et cetera, and actually cooking those foods or eating it raw, These are the things that actually help sustain you. But how were we raised? A lot of that was when back in the day, you had those raw foods and stuff, but then we transitioned into fast food on almost every corner, commercials displaying it all the time. Now you have prescription medication commercials coming up at the same time, because a lot of people are choosing things that are actually taking away from ourselves instead of adding. So choose love versus fear when you're looking at everything, even with your partners. Am I choosing to love this person because I really love this person? This person values me and they're not asking me to change. Now, I might change because as a person, I am growing. I am in love. I am producing. And with that love and with that abundance, I am growing mind, body, and soul, and choosing things that make me a better person, which is self-development, because I love myself, versus fearing losing someone and trying to fit in with, if you're jealous or something of someone else. These are the things I would like you to think about. 1 Corinthians 13, chapter 13, verse 4-7, it talks about this. And I want you to think about this as a way you treat yourself as well as the way you treat your relationships in life. And again, relationships is everyone that you have some form of partnership with and communication. And basically it's saying love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It's not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no records of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always helps. It always perseveres. Love never fails. This is unconditional love. And yes, love means you're going to have to set some boundaries that are healthy and kind to yourself and another person. And you even need to set healthy boundaries for yourself is what I'm learning. So these are the things that I would like you to think about. All those times you've given yourself your power away, did you choose love or fear? If you're giving your power away, it's because you chose fear. Now, there are healthy compromises that you could make if there's no harm to either person, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, sure. But again, choose wisely with whatever you do and really look at what you're choosing. Are you choosing love or fear? Are you choosing a pattern that's healthy or toxic? And again, this is about your environments, the people you hang out with, the words you are choosing, the thoughts that are going through your mind, your actions. And I'm not saying it's easy, quick fix, but the first step is being aware, because for so long I was not aware. So I hope this message helps anyone that's listening today. Be prosperous, be rich, be abundant. Choose love, to love yourself wholly, and to love those around you, from the plants to the animals to your family. We're all on some level of growth, and on some level there might be some pain in there somewhere, or there just may be some type of lack of awareness. And you know what? That's okay, because that's in us too. And that's where we develop love and compassion for ourselves, so that we can develop love and compassion for others. Because when we see those things within us that might need a little bit of adjusting, same with them. And we remove the pressure, and we remove the conditional love, and we choose to love them wholly for who they are. And again, if it's to the point they're detrimental to you in some way, yes, that relationship might need to end for a little bit until they get on the same page when it comes to healthy patterns of love. But sometimes it's those small things that always blew up something and allowed us to magnify it versus really looking at it. Why does that bother me? And really, it's usually something about you, something that triggered you going back into the past where that didn't feel so comfortable. And, a lot of times when we are choosing out of fear, something within us is uncomfortable. We may not understand why. Maybe it's the energy in the air and it's really uncomfortable and it's triggering our nervous system because of buried traumas within our body. And we don't know how to deal with it. And on that subconscious level of feeling so weird and uncomfortable, we choose something that's toxic to make us feel good. Whether it's that food, whether it's going out shopping, whether that's, random sex with someone, whether that is alcohol or drugs, whatever that temporary moment was to make us feel good. Or maybe we lashed out at someone because we just felt so tight and tense. And then they came up on us so quick and fast that we responded with harsh words that we really didn't mean. But because of this emotional buildup within us, triggering body trauma stored deep within us, energy that has not released from the past, we lashed out. And that created a ripple effect that you didn't want. Sometimes in those moments, it just takes awareness so that you can push pause, reply to them with love, and then you walk away so you can find out what's going on within you. These are just things I found out and I'm sharing with you. And this is Mind, Body, and Soul. I hope you have a good day, and I'll talk to you later. See you next podcast. Thank you.